I've refined the set of staples that I use to think about deck builds as I move through this mega build, this mega cube. And I'm just slowly defining the cards that I think I will use to discuss decks and then to eventually get to final decks at some point. Don't know when that will be. I just got started. So I'm going to start with the cards that are banned in Wanderer and just show them they're all here. And then these cards I am going to put in the cube for any, it's really going to be more like a battle box of complete decks. And I'm going to allow each deck to have these restricted. So any deck can have one of each of these cards. But of course some decks it won't fit, but it'll be very similar to the way Vintage works in Magic, where you've got a bunch of cards that are all restricted to one. The Power 9 and other very powerful cards. So these are cards that have been deemed broken enough to be banned in Wanderer from Grimm, Alice, and Lapis. Okay? And they're all here. Like by now I've cracked enough packs and I have access to enough cards from previous pack cracks that did not make the presentation books where I can have them all. Now what follows, and I'm gonna go through these very quickly. I'm not gonna discuss the cards as I did in the previous toolkit video. At some point I will, but this is not the video for that. I'll just go through and show Wyber, of course, Izanagi, cards that I know are important and will help decks. When I crack the box of Millennia of Ages, I'm not sure if I will, because I say things in videos and then I don't do them, use this toolkit as sort of like the foundation for combination builds with cards from Millennia of Ages. I may try, I don't really know what I'm going to do, but I'm thinking about that. Okay, and so this is a selection of cards from all three clusters. The toolkit that I showed before, and I did hunt down my TAT Whirlpool of Knowledge, and I changed out the Vingolf one. Some of these cards are just cool. I think they have a nice effect, like enters, return target resonator to its owner's hand. There are many other cards, and this is why this is almost like the tragedy of where Force of Will is at this point, in that when you look at these first three clusters that were overprinted and the game went through all kinds of gyrations, reflect, refrain, all these things that happen in the game, Millennia of Ages, there's just a lot of really cool cards that can be used. It's almost like when you look at a piano, all the different keys, there's all these notes that you can hit with all of these cards. And the Necronomicon is not banned in Wanderer. I was wrong. It's totally broken. It probably should be banned in Wanderer, but it's not. So that's cool. That's good to know. There are cards from Millennia of Ages, There are cards from Battle for Ataraxia, packs that are, people are just giving them away. So again, this is what happens to a game when it goes through the gyrations that Force of Will has gone through. One of my favorite cards, just artwork wise. Split Heaven and Earth. Deals 300 damage to each player for each special magic stone he or she controls. I love this card. Play something really big on the field. So yeah, this is really kind of like my... These are like the cool cards in the three clusters that I could put together that would make me think about any type of build that is not tribal. Of course, once we go down the path plummet of Abandoned Origins, but not in Wanderer. Once we start going down the path of tribal, then that's going to be a different game, because then something will be really good because it'll be a Lord for Shadows. And these are the 5 flip cards from BFA. I pulled them all out of those 24 packs and previous packs. I think I was able to pull them all out of those 24 packs. And I'll put them in here just for fun. And then the Lightning Helix. I always forget, by the way, and I did not have to look it up. Incredibly enough, I did not have to look it up. Flicker effect, So yeah, it sets the tone for... these are sort of the effects that are cool that I have in my current selection. and it'll be this selection will change over time as I pull from more packs, and I do think I want to crack more packs. I'll just go through cycles. I mean, I may take a break from this mega cube and go do something else and then come back to it, but I'll figure a way of doing that that is interesting to anyone who watches this playlist and myself. So there you have my working toolkit.